Hi, welcome back to the Drummond channel. It's Sunday and March 30th. And we're moving into a new quarter, so we have some new quarterly data on a couple of markets. So I'm going to do Bitcoin, gold, and the NASDAQ. And what I'd like to do with gold up first is take a look at where we were on the last update and what transpired and how did it look. Because I was forecasting lower prices. I was forecasting that some support would be weak and it would break, and when we get down into the towards the weekly PL dot, and that didn't happen. So let me show you how that played out. So last week in the last forecast, I was anticipating prices to move lower, and I was talking about these two bars on the 240-minute chart, and that daily resistance had held and the price had reversed strongly, and the second bar there had closed back inside the envelope, and the weekly PL dot was our target area or daily envelope bottom. And I thought prices would not get back above here, what we call the oncomings on the 240-minute, and in this contract that was about 3,050. And now, as we say in Drummond geometry, we're going to monitor the lower time period for evidence, for proof that this area is either strong or it's weak. Is resistance holding or is it breaking? And you can see these 240-minute bars are now in congestion and moving sideways. And everything is lining up right here at the weekly envelope top, this blue line, and the daily PL dot. And then we move sideways and sideways, and then this is the bar where we know that the resistance is starting to hold, it's starting to gain, the support is holding, the support is gaining strength, and it's starting to push up. Because what do we have? We have the price closing up above the PL dot on the 240-minute chart, and we have price closing up above the daily PL dot. And then the next bar further confirms that. And hang on, let me clean this up a little bit. Now we can see this a little closer. I've blown it up. So this is the close up above the 240-minute and the daily PL dots. And then this close up here is up above the midpoint. And that's on the Holy Grail software. And when we shift up, the midpoint shifts down below price in this case. Now we're in a buy signal. And we can see what happened after that. Market moved up fairly strongly, taking out the previous all-time high. So this is what you'd be looking at, monitoring this market and seeing how price is holding at that PL dot, holding at that envelope top for the weekly, and eventually that close up above the PL dots is the indication that, okay, it's time to give up on the short case and embrace, the long case. Because if the market isn't doing what we anticipate, then it's going to do the opposite. And there was a good long trade in this. So that's it for the gold update, and let me move on to Bitcoin. Now here we are with Bitcoin, and this is after the open on Sunday afternoon. And the thing to point out is on the weekly chart, because we're going to be shifting over into a new quarter, the quarterly update is on the weekly chart, the quarterly PL dot. And right now we're at the quarterly PL dot and weekly PL dot, and next month's monthly PL dots coming in up above. So right now we have 3 levels of PL dots plus the daily PL dot. So 4 time periods of PL dots are up above the price in Bitcoin right now. And it looks like Bitcoin is headed lower. Where is it headed? Well, we can see the oncomings on the weekly chart putting in a wall down here in the 70,000 range. I think that's about 68 to 73 or 74. So that's the potential target, and then the next obvious spot of support below that is the quarterly envelope bottom. And if you look over here on the monthly chart, This is the yearly PL dot. This is the quarterly envelope bottom. So there's a lot of support, plus these monthly oncomings right here. You can see that they're still pushing higher. So the energy in Bitcoin is still very strong. It's taken a breather, and we have some target areas on the low side, again, down around 70,000 or a little bit, you know, give or take a couple thousand. And then the weekly PL dot comes in below 60,000, I think around 58 or 59. So that's a long way down from where we're at right now. We can see the yearly envelope top is right here, and we're flirting in that area, so we'll see if that contains prices. But again, now we're looking at quarterly, monthly, weekly PL dots pushing down. So at this point, I'm anticipating lower prices. And now moving on to the NASDAQ, we're right in the area of the new quarter's quarterly envelope bottom. And again, we're starting to see some weekly wall building here. Prices are still weak, but we're in a support area. We've got a quarterly envelope bottom, we've got the weekly envelope bottom, and the PL dot for the yearly chart is still way down here, just above 17,000. So yearly energy is still pushing higher. And again, you can see the upward trajectory of the oncomings for the monthly. So we may find some support here in this quarterly envelope bottom, the weekly envelope bottom. On the weekly chart, this is the main channel line. But we can see that the PL dots on the weekly basis are starting to pull up off the main channel line, starting to just turn a little bit. So at this point, you know, the energy on the weekly is still down, but again, we're in higher time period support area, some area to pay attention to. What are we going to see next? Well, we're going to have to see daily congestion entrance. So look for a price to close up above the daily PL dot this week, and that will be an early indication that this quarterly energy is starting to support the market. So that's it for now. If you have any questions, please let me know. Put them in the comments section. And if you like the videos, then like them and subscribe, and you'll get updates. And well, heck, tell all your friends. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.